Alright, so Tighnari Banner just dropped and it does look to be an interesting one. We'll just get straight to the point guys, and we'll go through the top 5 major considerations you want to take note on before you pull on Tighnari's banner or Zhongli's banner, before you actually go ahead and skip on Tighnari or skip Zhongli once again if you haven't really got him, so that I'm able to help you make the best decision on this upcoming banner of Tighnari along with Zhongli. First, we'll have a quick look into how good is Tighnari going to be as a character. So we technically already know that Tighnari is going to be the first DPS Dendro character we have in the game, which isn't too bad I would say. However, as it goes for DPS character, it's just a matter of choice and preference most of the time, because more importantly are generally the character that are in sub DPS or support role, which then leaves Tighnari in similar situation as well. You obviously would need him or a must-have, and will fall down to whether you love the character or not. Now, as how good of a character he's going to be at this point in time, he isn't released yet, so we won't be able to know the full scope of Tighnari. However, we kind of know that his gameplay will be similar to Ganyu. Like, I really do feel that way because his charge shot does bloom like Ganyu and his E taunts enemies like Ganyu's as well. The only difference right now is he gets his charge attack decrease after E skills, and his bursts only technically do 1 to 2 instances of damage, unlike Ganyu who would do it over time. As far as damage goes, he'll most likely not be on par with Ganyu because every single charge shot of her just deals way too much damage. However, the bad things about Tighnari would be that he's got many potential Dendro reactions to help him with boosting his damage. Therefore, even if he's may not going to be on Ganyu level, he will have a lot of potential as a very good DPS, especially being the first Dendro DPS character. Now, I'm technically not really trying to compare him against Ganyu and saying he's better or worse, but what we're doing here is to try and gauge out Tighnari's potential, because if we know that his level is basically near to Ganyu's, it would mean that he would be a very good DPS character, right? So I have a lot of hopes going for him too, though we've seen many say that his gameplay is again too simple and can be skipped upon. But for those who are considering going for him, I'll be most certainly that he will have amazing team comp to work with, especially with our new Dendro element to arrive. Not to mention the fact that he will be on the standard banner, which gives you an even more chance to get his constellation, turning him into possibly the best 5-star DPS character in your account. Now, talking about Tighnari pools, we know that he will be featured on the standard banner, which of course will be the reason that most people will be skipping him. However, I just have to mention again that this is also a double-edged sword. I say that if you love Tighnari as a character, then you should try and go for him during this banner, especially for those who are free to play, because once he hits standard, he will most likely never have a featured banner again, as goes for basically all featured 5-star in the standard banner apart from Keqing until now. Who knows when you get Tighnari if you wait till you get him in standard banner, right? Now, that is of course for those who want to get him as a character. Other than that, most of us who don't feel need for him, he'll be most likely a skip since you have many chances of getting him from losing your pity. Now, taking a look at the 4-star roster on Tighnari and Zhongli's banner, usually pulling on the banner or not, the 4-star character that appears on the banner is a very important factor. This time around, we do have Cole as our newest Dendro character. She will be a very good character to have around as well. Not really the best, but since Dendro element is new, we can have more Dendro character to play around with aside from Dendro Traveler. Plus, we already know that we'll get a free Cole from patch 3.0, so any Cole that you pull from this banner will be for her constellations. Then we have Fischl, who's actually an interesting option to be seeing her on this banner, simply because we've just had her for free and her character skins during this patch, so that usually don't happen. But nonetheless, having her here here isn't bad because Fisher's constellations are really good, especially if you have her C6 where she literally have Oz turning into a machine gun. Along with Dendro reaction coming in, Sumeru buffing Electro characters, having her from Maul constellation will be a win for your account. Then we have Diona, which does make sense because the cooler Diona is going to be taking her place very soon, so Hoyoverse just kinda want to sell her a bit more before cooler Diona arrives. Joking, I love Diona, she's absolutely fantastic. Now she may not be the best character for Dendro's synergy because Cryo don't react with Dendro, however she herself as a character is one of the best support Cryo character we have in the game till this point due to her healing plus shield plus energy regen when holding the support weapon. Not only that, her constellation does enhance your quality of life a lot, especially at C6 when your character HP are about 50%, you get a 200 EM boost, which is insane, and that's also where it works for Dendro character like Tighnari who scales off of EM. So the 4-star character that are on the banner in this patch is pretty decent for you to try and snipe. As for the weapon banner, I myself would just straight up say it's a no, because if you've watched my video on whether the Hunter's Path is a worth it weapon or not, generally speaking it only works for Tighnari at this point. So it would be pretty much a waste going for the weapon, not to mention the chance of you getting Zhongli's spear, which technically isn't really that good of a weapon. You can use it on Zhongli of course if you are going for him, but we already have a lot of other options to go on top of these two 5-star weapons. As for the 4-star, most are good except for the bell, which is good in its own right to become a better weapon fodder for your other weapon XP enhanced. The rest, it will always be good to try and have at least one R5 copies of each, as they are few of the best support weapon in the game. Now the most important thing here is to actually plan out your Primogem usage for this patch wisely, guys. This is me speaking mostly for free-to-play player because you don't usually have a lot of Primogem sources. We know that on top of Tighnari and Zhongli who's coming back, there will be Ganyu and Kokomi right after this, in which all three of these rerun characters are actually very good, guys. So you will be tempted to be pulling for at least one or two of these characters if you haven't got them, which of course since Sumeru have just dropped, you should be able to farm for quite a decent amount of gems from quests and world exploration. However, do remember that there's the patch right after who will most likely be seeing character like our Sumeru Queen of Beauty, Nilou, and then we have Chino as well, who should be a very interesting duo to look into saving, as they are of course new character, plus I feel that they would be having a lot of interesting skill on top of that. And not to mention the patch after that will most likely be featuring Kusanali, our Dendro Archon. And if you've been playing Genshin Impact for a long time, all Archons up till now in the games are basically just a lot more OP than the other character, as some can just be featured in many team comps or just outright very powerful to have around with. So yes, do plan out your Primogems usage accordingly in order to get the character you want, guys. Now speaking of Primogems, I know that many of us do want to have a lot more gems to pull for our characters, which is why in collaboration with SuperaTom we're doing a 6,480 Primogems pack giveaways once Tighnari Banner drops this week. So if you want to have a chance to successfully pull for the character you want during patch 3.0, be sure to subscribe to my channel and join my Discord server where I will be holding the giveaway. Link to Discord down in the description, guys. I hope that this video have helped you make a better decision on which character to pull. If you do have any question, do leave it down in the comment section, guys. And with that, I wish you a super day and I will catch you on the next video.